Hi guys, so we're going to be discussing our new topic as we roll along. So we did already cover our traits with our phenotypes and our genotypes, and we also covered our habitats and where animals live. And now we're going to be moving on to adaptations. Okay, so our key points for this instruction is going to be our student is going to be able to recognize that animals have physical adaptations to help them survive in their environment. And the key points are that many animals have physical adaptations that serve as a disguise. They can hide out in the open because they blend into their environment. The adaptation that allows some animals to blend into their surrounding is camouflage. And this is color patterns, body shapes that help with our camouflage predators and prey. And we will be discussing how this and how this looks along the way. This will be a two-part lesson so that we can understand how this works not only for the animals, but also how this works for the plants and how this interchanges when it comes to our actual adaptations in our different ecological environments or our biomes as we call them. So now we're going to go ahead and continue. So we did talk about traits, and we do understand that there are physical traits that are showed on the outside of the body, and that because of these physical traits, it does help animals be able to survive in their environment. So the first thing we're going to be talking about, right, is that every animal has its own environment where it lives. So we know that polar bears live in the Arctic and snakes live in the desert. And in order for them to be able to survive, they have to behave in a special way. This is called an adaptation. So an adaptation is the behavior that helps a living thing, animal, to survive in its environment. These are the different ways that an animal adapts to their environment: camouflage, nocturnalism, mimicry, hibernation, and migration. And we will be covering this. Like I said, this is a two-part lesson. So what we're going to be going over today is going to be camouflage. And then after that, we will be turning it over into our nocturnal mimicry, hibernation, and migration. And we will be discussing both plants and animals. So since we are discussing camouflage, we will first be discussing animals. So what is exactly does camouflage mean? So animals hide by blending into their environment, and many animals adapt to live in their environment by using camouflage. They hide and protect themselves from being eaten by other animals by blending into their environment. Other animals use camouflage to help them not to be noticed so they can hunt their prey easily. So this is either to make sure that they are protected against other predators eating them, or to disguise themselves so that they can eat other little animals. And as you watched in the Nemo Do Now video, right, the light that the fish had was to attract the other fish so that way they would get concentrate and look at the light, and then the fish was able to eat them. So this is an example of a camouflage trait. It is a physical trait that the fish is using in order to be able to lure their prey. So examples can be chameleons. They blend in because they can change the color and they can blend into their environment. We have polar bears. Polar bears, again, are also having a physical trait of having their white fur in the white snow. So this does hide them from predators, and it also hides them from the prey that they are hunting. We have snakes. These are two different kinds of snakes. Snakes camouflage into dirt, into the rocks. They want to make sure that they camouflage because birds like hawks and eagles eat them. And then they also want to be able to hide so that they can eat prey as well. This is an owl. As you can see, it's very difficult to see. It is hidden here in the tree. And it makes it easier for them to hunt their prey without the prey seeing them. So hunting other birds that are located in the tree, etc. And we also have our lions. Right, our lions can blend in their environment using camouflage because they are the same color, just like the polar bear is. Their fur is white and blends with the snow. The lion is yellow, which blends with the grasslands. And we are going to be covering some of the biomes and how these animals live in these biomes. So as you can tell, there are different adaptations. We do know that Different locations have different adaptations, and we will be talking about that on our second video. So after this, you will be answering a few questions about camouflage, what adaptation means, and how camouflage helps animals adapt in their environment. Please make sure you answer all the questions using complete sentences if they're open-ended, and make sure that you take your time, as you will only be allowed to submit the form once. If you have any questions, I please join you to join my office hours. I am available every Monday through Friday, 3 to 4 p.m.